Let the words of our mouth, the meditations of our heart, the stewardship of our hands be ever acceptable in thy sight, O Lord, our strength and our Redeemer. Hey everybody, welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Ow! Ow! Welcome back. It's been a while, but I'm going to start it like I normally do with something from way back when. And it goes something like this. If your soul is sweet, if your soul is sweet, you can triumph over trials each day you meet. You can march along with a happy song. If your mind is on the master and your soul is sweet. If your soul is sweet, if your soul is sweet, you can triumph over trials each day you meet. You can march along with a happy song. If your mind is on the master and your soul is sweet. That's it. We're open. We're open for business. Ha! Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a while. It's been a while. Set yourself down. We got some stories to tell. Some stories to tell. But a song came to mind before I start. I'm not going to sing it, but this is what came to mind because this is what I'm feeling right now. And that song is It's a Beautiful Morning. It was an offering from the Rascals. So that's my disposition on today. It's a beautiful morning, and I thank God. So it's been a while. We've had a number of things going on. I'm peering over at the clock because I kind of want to pace the time. There's some events still going on this evening, and we don't want to put undue pressure on those that are a part of that activity. So I'll just jump right on in. Before I start, I want to say this. I saw encouragement. You know who you are. I saw pep talks. You know who you are. I saw those with a whip in hands saying, giddy up, giddy up. So I heard and I saw, and I'm just going to say, let's go. Ha! So I have right down here in my notes, right at the very beginning, what I'm going to talk about today may or may not affect you directly, or the intent is not to purposely trigger, but to just tell you a story. And then I'll let you decide to do what the story. This is a story of observations, a story of past experiences, and we'll go on from there. But before I begin, I remember. I remember. There were a few years ago, I was walking down a street that I had talked about before in the past, called Western in Homewood, Chicago. And I frequented this street because after getting off the train, it was the headed direction for home. But there was a regular occurrence every day, which I'm going to talk about second. But the first thing I want to talk about is this. And then I'll wind back to it a little bit later, and hopefully you'll understand why. So on this particular day after leaving the train, I'm walking down the street, and all of a sudden I feel this sharp pain on the left of my probably heart near my chest. And the pain came from a shot. S-H-O-T. The shot that hit me appear to be from a paint gun from a traveling automobile down the street. I saw the automobile go further down the street, but those that participate in those type of games, paint games and such, at least you know that there's a chance you may get hit. But if you're just getting off of work and you're heading down the street and all of a sudden you feel this shot from out of nowhere, not knowing what it is, unexpectedly, it was a sharp pain. I didn't know what it was. So I looked down and I saw the smear from the paint, and I knew it was from a moving vehicle because of the direction of the paint when it hit. But it hurt, and I was pretty disappointed. Can I just say it that way? Pretty disappointed, to be someone's target practice at 2:30 in the afternoon unexpectedly. So I pulled out my cell phone and I called the police because I saw the vehicle and I knew what I was going to say to the police. But I called the police. A lady answered the phone. I told her what had taken place, and these were her words. She said, "We can't take that information over the phone. You have to come in and make a complaint." I see the vehicle. It just happened. In my mind, I'm thinking it needs to be acted upon now. But she says, "I can't take any information over the phone. You have to come in." Mind you, I'm walking home. No vehicle in sight except the truck I see going down the street that just shot me. So I hung up the phone and I was like, okay, they won't be seeing me. And I'm going to stop right there and I'll come back to the story. The second part, on that same street, it was becoming a regular occurrence. I walk down the street and I get to this particular house. And then all of a sudden, it seemed like they were waiting for me to get off the train. They would let loose this big dog running across the grass and would come right up to the curb of the street to the gate. And I'm going to stop right there. I'll tell you more about it later. Now let me get to the story at hand. I want everybody to look up and pretend like you see. Anybody ever watch Batman? Commissioner Gordon has just hit the searchlight that has the insignia of that particular emblem. One reason I'm talking about it is kind of the holiday season. But that insignia in the clouds was representative for a particular superhero to come and aid Gotham City. I'll just stop right there. So it's been a while since I've been in front of the camera, but I feel like the insignia is in the sky and I had to come and answer the call. And that's why I'm here today. Talk about me later. Let's begin. One of the things that came to mind is the word justice, justice, justice. I'm going to give you the topic in a few minutes. Those that want to hear all of this, go to video 2 or 3, and if I'm saying something worthwhile and you want to go back before one is done, you can go to one later to pick up. But the word justice came to mind first. I'm answering the call. I'm answering the call. But the call that I'm answering did not come from Commissioner Gordon. Didn't come from Commissioner Gordon. The reason why that you see Charles talking into this camera on behalf of Hype Central, hopefully words of encouragement for you, is because I was sent here. And the call didn't come from Commissioner Gordon. There's a lot out there, a lot of people out there, a lot of ones out there, some on platforms